Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. From the 41, Ryan, he completes it to Julio Jones. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. On first down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. Jones has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now Bell. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And every time I spotlight Frank Gore, who turned 36, and man, I feel worse about myself. Fantastic physical condition, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and one of the top runners in NFL history.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Flacco, Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. A look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On now is the Packers punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Ryan on first down. He completes it to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Bell. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now a play fake here on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On first down, it's Gore. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco, man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
Let's go.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Flacco looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on first down. Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 7.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Third and goal, Flacco. Touchdown, Packers. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Bryant Saxter point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them, shake them and get to the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan goes underneath for Bell. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 16, Flacco. He's got the hook up to Lazard. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On first down, Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Throwing again on second down. Flacco. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Flacco off play action. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Gore. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. An update from Buffalo, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On first down, it's Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down and 4, Ryan. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now the Packers get set to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. They'll run on 1st down. Gore. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Echo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Past the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 1st down, Gore. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. Flacco. They go with the screen to Gore. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Frank Gore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Ryan. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, that's complete. It's Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is Bell on the dump off. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the 2nd half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. Gore hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down. Gore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Single.
From the gun, Flacco. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Ryan, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Ryan. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ryan will throw again. Jones has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it a second down. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Here's Ryan. Caught here by Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And this carry number 20 for Frank Gore. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. E.J. gains the one that time to knock it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back to the ground game here. Gore. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Watch left. Stop again. We got 3.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Again they run. Again it's Gore. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating off play action. Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Flacco. He's got Gore. The Packers on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. They go with a screen to Gore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
From the 27th, Flacco. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing here on first down, Flacco, and Thomas has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go pass again with Flacco. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Again, it's Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On first down, Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. A win would be their first of the young season. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And now it's blocked. Oh, the Packers have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Passing play, Flacco. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of Parker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Now Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Flacco to the right side and complete to Hurst. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Flacco to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go, D.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Broncos, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.